No one expected Ciara's birthday message to Russell Wilson to take over the internet the way it did, but that is exactly what happened. What began as a simple, affectionate celebration for her husband's special day quietly transformed into one of the most intimate glimpses fans have ever received into their relationship. It was a moment that blended playfulness, romance, honesty, and the kind of deep emotional partnership that people rarely see in Hollywood relationships. And beneath that lighthearted Cougar joke that instantly went viral, there was a bigger story. A story about maturity, healing, second chances, and the kind of love that grows stronger with every challenge. Ciara's video tribute felt like a documentary of their journey. She stitched together moments that captured the essence of who Russell Wilson is. Not just a star quarterback, not just a public figure, but a father, a husband, a protector, and a man who leads his family with quiet strength. The clips moved from red carpets to family gatherings, from glamorous nights out to tender moments at home, and even scenes of Russell on the football field, confident and composed. It was a montage that didn't just highlight him, it highlighted their story, their growth, and the emotional depth behind their marriage. But it was Ciara's message underneath the video that left fans stunned. She didn't hold back her affection, she didn't soften her emotions. Instead, she embraced the very thing the internet always whispered about, the age gap between them. After years of people speculating, judging, and questioning their dynamic, Ciara did something only a woman secure in her love can do. She turned it into a celebration. She called her husband the most beautiful man she has ever known. And then, without hesitation, called herself a cougar who has to keep up with him as he gets younger. The humor, the honesty, the flirtation, all of it created a moment that felt real, relatable, and deeply warm. Russell's response said even more. He didn't craft a long essay. He didn't perform for the audience. He simply replied, "Love you, Momma." But those 3 words carried the weight of a man who is secure, grounded, affectionate, and comfortable letting his wife shine. Sometimes the strongest love is quiet, and Russell has always been a quiet storm, steady, patient, unwavering, and overflowing with respect for his partner. The age gap conversation resurfaced immediately, but this time it wasn't about criticism. It was about admiration. Ciara had spoken about this before, most notably in her conversation on Angie Martinez's IRL podcast, where she described Russell not by his age, but by his spirit. She called him an old soul, someone who carries himself with a maturity that surpasses his years. She spoke about the way he leads their household with a gentle authority, how he makes decisions with clarity and intention, and how his presence often feels older, wiser, and more grounded than her own. When she said she likes to live young, she wasn't referring to immaturity. She was referring to energy, the joy, the curiosity, the playfulness, the qualities Russell nurtures rather than suppresses. Her words on that podcast revealed a truth that fans could always feel, but had never heard so clearly. Their relationship works because of balance. She brings joy, movement, and fire. Russell brings calm, stability, and depth. Together, they create a partnership where both can grow without losing themselves. For Ciara, this love didn't come quickly or easily. Her past was public. Her heartbreaks were visible. Her breakup with Future became one of the most heavily discussed celebrity separations of the decade. She navigated betrayal, disappointment, custody battles, media scrutiny, and the challenges of rebuilding a single-mother household while still having to perform, smile, tour, and work. She went through all of that with grace, but it left emotional scars. Scars that required a different kind of love to heal. When Russell entered her life, everything shifted. He didn't just fall in love with her, he embraced her son, future Zahir, without a second thought. He stepped into that role with grace and authenticity, and that's something the public noticed immediately. This was a man who didn't talk about being a good partner, he demonstrated it. He didn't just promise her loyalty, he lived it. He didn't just admire her strength, he honored it. Their wedding in Cheshire, England, surrounded only by close friends and family, reflected the purity of their connection. It wasn't about extravagance. It wasn't about press coverage. It wasn't about impressing anyone. It was about 2 people forming a covenant, a union built on intention, faith, and commitment. Years later, they stand as parents to 4 children, Sienna, Wynn, Amora, and young Future, a blended family that operates with dignity, love, and structure. They present a united front, one that many families in the spotlight fail to maintain. Every interview, every family photo, every behind-the-scenes clip reveals the same thing: stability. Which is why Ciara's Cougar message struck a deeper chord. It wasn't simply a joke, it was a declaration of confidence. The confidence of a woman who knows she is loved, supported, protected, and valued. She could joke about their age gap because she no longer fears criticism. Their relationship has already proven itself. And beyond the humor, the most powerful part of her message was the emotional truth beneath it. She said it is a gift to wake up to her husband every single day. A gift to do life with him. A gift to celebrate him. Those words reveal a woman who has experienced the opposite. Someone who knows what it's like to feel unsupported, to feel alone in a relationship, to feel like love is something she has to chase rather than something she receives freely. Russell Wilson isn't just younger in age, he is older in spirit. He is the calm to her energy, the structure to her creativity, the stability to her fire. And in a world where marriages break apart under pressure, they continue to show the exact opposite: that devotion, communication, and emotional maturity matter far more than age. Their relationship keeps trending because it is rooted in authenticity. Ciara's birthday message wasn't a PR move. It wasn't crafted for headlines. It was a real expression of love, playful, emotional, and boldly honest. And Russell's quiet response sealed it all.